Hello and welcome to another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. I'm Wayne Highlander, National Sales Manager of Bona Adhesives.
It sounds like you forgot who you were for a second. I'm Rob Johnson from Bona Training.
Yes. How you doing, Rob?
Pretty good. Happy New Year, buddy.
You know what? We're starting out a brand new year. I love beginning of New Year's. I do have a sentimental part about me that I told you I went to so many different schools when I was a kid. I between 11 and 13 schools. I can't remember how many, but it was between 11 and 13. And we moved all the time. Sometimes we would usually move to a new school in the middle of a school year, which is always nice.
The
You know,
worst.
or the school is getting ready to end, and before it comes to a completion, we move. And so you're starting and going on. You're always a new kid. But I always started out every year with a fantastic attitude. I went down and I got my brand new pencils. I got my brand new spirograph notebooks, and I was all set for the year. Now, usually it would go off the tracks somewhere about a third of the way through the school year with me and the teachers, when I was in my younger days. Now I realized in high school you had to straighten up and fly right. That's a song, straighten up and fly right. Um, but yeah, sometimes during I was, I guess, overly sensitive, and the teacher would say something that that didn't really cotton to, and
Whoa. I'm sorry. What did you just say?
I said the teacher would say something that I didn't really cotton to, and I would
Okay, that's what I want to ask you about. What is, I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
that might be a southern
Cotton to.
expression. Yeah, that might be my papo coming out of me.
Cotton to.
Yeah,
I'm going to write that down.
that's a word.
So cotton to means didn't really care for.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cotton to,
Uh-huh.
not care for. I'm writing that down. I might use that. Not care for.
Speaking of which, I have a really good friend of mine that died a few years ago, and he was a farmer in Tennessee most of his life. Grew up in the farm, and never left the area. And hardworking guy, and very simple. And I mean that in the nicest way. Not like when I say that you're simple. I mean it's really like just a very nice, simple guy. You know what I mean?
I always thought you were being nice to me when you
Well,
said I was simple.
Yeah, I kind of am. Take it like
Yeah.
that.
Easily amused, simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a crown, leave him in there for an hour. So don't eat that. Don't eat that. So this guy that lived in rural Tennessee most of his life, that really didn't travel very much, said to me one of the smartest things I've ever heard, and I thought, how cool is that? What a great saying. We're driving down the road one day, and he knows I travel a lot for work, and he calls, he comes over when I'm always working, whatever. Him and Judy are talking in the next room, and I'm always in the office and whatever. And I come out for a few minutes, I go back, and I'm driving down the road with him one day, and he goes, Wayne, he goes, you work a lot of hours, and he was at the time was like mid-70s, and he says, you really, this life is short, man. You really need to, make sure you don't work your whole life away and blah, blah, blah. And then in mid-sentence, he stopped himself. He goes, well, you know what? I shouldn't put my hay in your wagon. And I thought, that is a cool saying, man. I never forgot it. I just think that's, and I got what he was, you know what I mean? I got what he was saying. Like, hey, I don't know your life. I don't know your thing. I mean, maybe I shouldn't put my hay in your wagon. I thought, that's a damn good saying. I've never heard it before from anybody before or since. And it always stuck with me. So I ended our friendship that day. No, I'm kidding. Super good guy.
I just wrote that down.
All right.
Gonna put my hay. I don't want to put my hay in your wagon.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I got two sayings. No, so now I got two sayings: cotton to,
Yeah.
and my hay in your wagon.
People are going to wonder who the hell you are. You from New
Yeah,
Jersey?
I'm heading to Jersey.
Yeah, John Wayne of New
Heading
Jersey.
to South Jersey this week, so I'll try a couple of these and see how that goes over.
There you go. Yeah. That's why I would never want to homeschool my own kid, or maybe I would. You know what I mean? You can make up all kinds of stuff before you send them out into the world. You know, and who knows what you're going to end up with.
So it's New Year's.
Yes, it is.
You seem like a guy who would just love to make New Year's resolutions.
No, I don't make New Year's resolutions.
I hadn't.
Yeah.
That was a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think you were a New Year's resolution guy.
No, but I am always excited about New Year's. I do. I mean, New Year comes up, and I love the festivities around it. I think it's also, I'll put it as probably my second favorite holiday, behind Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Hmm.
You put New Year's above Christmas.
Yeah, I think so, because there's no responsibilities and there's no, it's just a nice holiday. Everybody's happy at New Year's.
What
Beginning.
responsibilities do you have at Christmas? You don't buy gifts.
Oh gosh, what are you, Judy, right now? If Judy hears this back, she's going to look at me and ask the same question. Exactly what responsibility?
Yeah, I want to hear the responsibility. You don't decorate and you don't buy gifts. So what is this big, heavy chain around your neck?
When Judy and I, if you ever get a present that says from Judy and Wayne, when you open it up, I'm just as surprised as you as what's inside it. Happens all the time. We get presents. They go, "Oh, Wayne, thank you for the present." I go, "What did we buy him?" "Oh, yeah, you're welcome."
That made me snort. I was laughing on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't even give you a heads up anymore, huh?
I'd forget it anyhow.
Right. So what is this? Like I said, this burden that you carry around Christmas and all
I don't
all
do
the things, all this responsibility
uh,
that you have.
I'm going through a checklist. I don't buy anything from anybody. You know that.
Yeah.
I don't prepare any food or anything. It's looking pretty slim, the list of response. Now that I really think about it, I don't know what the hell I do at Christmas other than just, you know.
And it
nothing.
didn't even make your top 2. Does it make your top 5?
What? Christmas?
You said New Year's is your second.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's your first.
Yeah, I like all holidays. I'm a traditional kind of guy, you know.
I just want to hear the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I'd say it's up there with probably number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
with all the stuff you have to do around Christmas, I can see
Yeah.
why it's
Now that I really think about it,
why it's number 3.
now that I really think about it, I really don't do anything for Christmas. I don't know what responsibility. I don't think I have any responsibilities at Christmas.
Why don't you come up next year, Thanksgiving, have Thanksgiving at your place, come on up Friday, and then Saturday you can help me do my tree out front.
No, I will never do that. And here's the
You'll
thing.
have a blast.
and I
You'll have a ball.
I won't. There's little kids there and stuff. They won't like me. I'm okay. But
You don't think the kids would like you?
I always wish kids would like me more than they do, and they don't. And I don't know why. Maybe because I'm not related to them and stuff. Sometimes I see a little kid and I go, "Hey, you know what I mean?" I try to have a conversation with him. It doesn't cotton.
If it doesn't cotton to them, huh? Yeah. Well, you're not going to bust out in a conversation with a 6-year-old about adhesives.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get along with kids,
Yeah. No,
talk to them at their level. Ask them questions. Here's the one thing that I've learned about my grandsons. Okay. Pauline will always say, "So how was school today?" And they're like Patton said, "I don't want to pay for that real estate twice." They don't want to go over what they did in school.
Yeah.
But their papa, I always say, "How was recess today? What you doing recess? You want to hear some great stories?" "Papa, we played Ninja Turtles all day. I was Raphael, blah, blah, blah." You start talking to them down there on their level. Be a little specific, but I'll ask him how gym class was. I'll ask him how art class was, or recess, or did you eat your whole lunch? And the looks and the answers that I get from those little guys, it's a riot. It's really funny. So don't just say, "Hey, how was school today?" Because they're just going to blow you off. Give them something. Because I think I don't think you probably would be great with the kids because once they start making you laugh, you just want to keep talking to them because the answers and crap that you're getting back to them and the conversations. And I learned that from Pauline's cousin, Patrick. He passed away a few years ago, cancer. He was the guy that I used to fish with a lot. And I would watch him because I was never, but I would watch how he would talk to kids. And he was like Santa. I mean, kids would be surrounding him at the beach and he could have the longest conversations with a 7-year-old about sports or whatever. And I'll tell you that I learned how to talk to kids from watching Pauline's cousin, Patrick.
You just brought back a memory when I was at the airport one time and I was waiting on a plane, obviously, and I was sitting down eating a hamburger. And there was this family next to me. It was a man and lady, probably in their 30s, maybe, very distinguished looking guy, and he had a kid. And it was like a Middle Eastern family. And the kid says to me, as I was eating his hamburger, he goes, "I'm a vegetarian." And he was had the cutest kid, and didn't know me as a stranger at all. You know what I mean? Just sat up like we were old friends. He knew me forever.
Yeah.
And that's how we started a conversation. I'm a vegetarian, which I told him I said, you know what? That's a great choice. At your age, I wish I would have been that smart. You're gonna be, your muscles are gonna get so big. And I talked to the kid and I went to get on a plane. I missed the damn kid. So I can like kids.
See, I think you'd
But
be
you see,
fine.
they have to show an interest in me. I think that was the thing.
They got to make the first move.
There you go.
Highlanders not making the first move. They got to
No.
make the first move.
There you go. So no, I don't make resolutions, but I do look forward to New Year's. And I know as a business owner, a new year starting, and it is an opportunity to kind of sit down and kind of look at last year and what went right, what went wrong, what can we change. I always, we talk about, you're probably the biggest proponent of it, as, all right, what can we do to make more money? How can we increase margin? How can we increase sales?
Oh, I love that you said that.
Yeah. Let's
We're all starting to get it. We love the craft. We work so hard at it, man. Oh man, let's just try to make more money. Get those prices up there. Whatever
Yes.
you can do.
Yep. If you get on that horse and ride that horse the same way every day, taking the same path every day, doing the same thing, eating the same oats, it's going to be the same outcome every year.
A lot of country stuff with you today, huh?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's almost like
Western.
you've been working on a country song or something.
No.
You got a lot going on here.
Yeah. But,
I mean, I got a couple lines for a country song. Cotton Too.
Yeah.
Hay in Your Wagon. What was that last one you just said?
You forgot it already?
Something about a horse.
Oh,
yeah.
Taking the same trail every day and
taking the same trail every day. Yeah. This is.
Yeah.
I've got 5 verses now.
There you go. You're 3/4 of the way for.
I'm going to be in the Grammys next year.
Yeah, 3 chords in the truth. That's what they say. But yeah, I do think it does offer us an opportunity. I do get excited about the new year. I mean, that's one thing in this trade that I love about this trade. It doesn't matter where you came from, what you did before, what you did, whatever, what family you come from. This club we call the flooring industry. Everybody can join. Everybody can be a part of it. There's just one thing: is you got to work hard. And but we also say it's important to work smart. So I think that it is time to sit down and take a few days and just kind of assess everything. Even if you make one little change here or there, it doesn't have to be a drastic change. Just maybe one change here or there, and to try to get the profits up, make your year easier. That should be the goal. It's always, all right, how can we make this easier, more profitable, maybe more fun? And I do.
So you don't want to call that change a resolution. You're just going to make one little change.
Yeah, well,
you're not a resolution guy, because I'm not either. But I like saying, let's make one little change.
Have you ever been to the gym on the January 7th? Everybody in the new sweatpants, that's taking up space, that's on your machine, and you know what I mean, crowding the place. They're going to be gone in 2 or 3 months. That's why if you ever join a gym, do it. Even if you do have a resolution, start in November. So at least you've been around a little bit. So then you go, look at these clowns.
So you don't look like the Christmas family at church. right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
Pretend
yeah,
that you've been here before, right?
absolutely right. So I do think it allows us that time, and if we're smart and we think about it, you know what I mean. If we do take some time aside and go through last year and maybe a checklist in your mind and what jobs were most profitable. Were they jobs that were 300 square feet and less? Were they the mid-range jobs? Are these big jobs that we thought were the most profitable? Maybe they're not the most profitable. You know, I mean, maybe we need to charge more or whatever. Maybe we could use a different revenue stream. Maybe we could, maybe we work too many Saturdays. Maybe we can charge more money and work less weekends. Maybe we can switch to water-based finish, and that saves us at least one day a week on coats, right?
Oh yeah.
So you add that one day a week up times 50 weeks, you're now talking about some serious money. And so I just think that I like this time of year for that reason alone. I do it myself. I do a checklist on what I've done over the year and maybe mistakes I made and things I would have done differently. And by the way, all mistakes aren't bad. I think that, we learn from them and as part of the process. As long as they're my mistake, if there were somebody else's mistakes and it's your ass and you're in trouble. But seriously, I think that that's what I use the new year for.
So it must be a very small piece of paper that you're writing yours on.
Yeah,
I was amazing this year
post
again.
post-it note
A
actually.
post-it note.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your post-it note to yourself probably just says you're welcome.
Yeah, I thank me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's it's important to reflect on a little bit. And with our listeners, Rob and I never take this for granted. And I don't want, what time is it now? It's 7 o'clock at night, my time. Every time we do these podcasts, it has to be early morning before we start our other job or late at night, it seems like. And but we do it because we enjoy the camaraderie in the industry. When we get a chance outside the podcast.
We do it because it's 7 o'clock at night and we're not water popping the floor,
Yeah.
going to grab a bite to eat and then heading back to Buff Stain on at 11.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. So doing the podcast at 7 o'clock is just thanks for listening, guys, because you allow us to do these podcasts at 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, no question.
Where we know that there's guys still working.
Yeah.
And they're going to be done for another 3 or 4 hours, especially this time of year.
The podcast comes out every Wednesday, and we have regular listeners that listen to it every Wednesday when it comes out, which means a lot to us. And I get it from. It's surprising the people in this industry that actually will call me or text me or email me about the podcast, of all walks of life in this industry. From distributor owners and retail store owners, some of the biggest names in the industry, to guys that are just starting, gals that are just getting into it. And all of them, it's very, it's kind of humbling in a way and gratifying, and it's very much appreciated. And we're actually, Rob and I are both humbled by it. So
it's so awesome when I'm doing classes to actually meet guys who listen to the show, and I get to spend some time with them. Spend 2 or 3 days during a class. And the sad part is, then they really get to know me and they're quite disappointed. I'm hoping that they still listen after that, but it is nice to get to know. And there's a lot of them. I'm really always blown away when a lot of times too, they'll be giving a speech to the rest of the class. If you guys haven't listened to it, you got to listen to the show. It's awesome. Keeps me going, keeps me laughing, get some good information.
And this year in particular, I mean, while we don't like to name names, I mean, we talk about health issues and people that are suffering from health issues. And Eileen's feet obviously has been a topic because of the calamity and the issues that she's had with those. We'll call them feet. I think through, kind of kidding a little bit to kind of move her forward and having some work done on them. But I don't know.
That could be a good New Year's resolution
for her.
No, for you to really stop making fun of Eileen's feet.
It's
Maybe you should try this. Try one.
I've really think that I've only talked about them like
Because
3
I'm not
times.
going to be able to do the show alone. Okay.
Mhm.
And when HR finally lets you go because she's filed, charges against you
Because the feet situation.
because of this feet situation, I can't do this. I can't talk as much as you do. I mean, the On the Floor with Rob is a 10-minute show. I'm
Well,
not going to be writing those Christmas stories that you wrote in the last show. So I think it's time that you made the resolution. Why don't you make it right here, right now? Say it.
to stop talking about her feet.
Yeah. Make it formal. I am going to make a resolution right here, right now. Stop talking about Eileen's feet.
It's tough love, Rob. It's trying to be helpful in a nice way, and if I do it,
Oh, exactly. Telling yeah, I see. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But when you're out and you see her, do you see her feet, or if her feet are exposed, um, help her along the way and compliment her on her feet.
So what do you and Judy do New Year's Eve? What's your thing? What are the Highlanders doing?
You're afraid to continue to talking about the feet, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I don't even want to
go. We usually it's low key. We sometimes we go to someone's house, but it's usually pretty low key. We go out to dinner, not too much. We don't have kids, so not so. No, really. Don't really. You said you had 14 people over your house every Sunday. If 14 of my family members get together, there would be a police car there. So we don't do a whole lot of family stuff at during the holidays. Yeah. So it's pretty low key, but I enjoy it. Like I said, more than anything, to me, it's a time of reflection, and take a day or two to kind of look back at last year, and before we move forward. So that's it. Okay, so everybody, that's it. We just want to wish everybody Happy New Year, and hope we get to see somebody. We love hearing from listeners, and we try to respond to as many as we can. And thanks for listening. Have a great New Year for yourself. Stay safe. Have a great, prosperous New Year, 2022. Rob, thanks for everything. My partner in crime. I appreciate these episodes with you every week.
I thought I was your esteemed colleague.
Yeah, you're that's during work. After that, you're my boy. You're just my
my boy.
Yeah,
my boy. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy.
Happy
New Year, Wade. Have a good one.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. That's another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. Please stay tuned for another episode.